And I don't know if you can see up close, but how smooth does that look? I am very excited for today's video. I am going to be testing out the new Patrick Ta Transition Blushes. I love the concept behind these, so I'm really excited. I hope that they're good. So if you don't pay attention to makeup trends right now, it's very trendy to have basically a pink under eye bleeding right into your blush, and that is what the system is for. You know how when you apply your blush, sometimes there can be a stark change from the blush to your skin. This is supposed to help it become a gradient to the under eye, which is super duper trendy. I see all types of celebrities doing this look. I see a lot of different influencers doing this look, and I have not yet tried this look. So we're gonna see if these products can help a beginner get into this. Now, I did receive these in PR. However, as you guys know, that changes nothing. I'm here to give you my real, honest opinions on this product, if it's necessary, who it will work out for. So the new launch is going to include the Liquid Transition Brightening Blushes, where there are 4 different shades. I have 2 of them. And the Blurring Under Eye Blush Duos, which there are 5 shades, and I have 3 of them. So let's go over the colors first. The Liquid Transition Brightening Blush is going to be $34 each. I have the shade Shy at First and Did You Notice? The other shade I have my eye on is Between Us, and then Quite Confident looks like it's going to be for red blush. It's going to be really beautiful on deeper complexions. So this is Shy at First and Did You Notice? These are in the traditional style Patrick Ta packaging, just with a frosted glass. And now the Blurring Under Eye Blush Duo. So you're gonna get 2 shades. One is a little bit deeper and one is a lighter, meant to mix and match. These are $30 each, and they are meant to be sheer. This is Shy at First. And so you can see, they don't give too much color. Here's Did You Notice? Which has more peachy tones to it. You can see it's like swatching a little dry. You see how it's almost caking up? You can see that in pan too. But we'll see with the application. And then All or Nothing. If you're using like a orangey blush. These do not swatch well. The other shades I don't have is Quite Confident, and then Between Us. Okay, so I have no powder on my face currently. I watched a few different tutorials from him on this. There were slight little variances with each tutorial that I saw, but more or less I see how it's done, and then there is a little bit of flexibility in the way that you do things. So no powder on my face. I do have a little bit of concealer underneath. I'm gonna put just a little bit more for the sake of the video. Now they do say, do put concealer on first, because the liquid blush will stain the face if it goes directly on top of bare skin. So they do say you want to layer in between. So that's where I would say there's no flexibility here. And then I'm going to do one color on each side. We're going to do the pink side first. So I'm taking Shy at First, and I'm going to put this on the back of my hand. And this brush did come with the collection for Transition Blush. So you're gonna take the more dense side, get it into that brush, and then just put it not quite fully on the under eyes, but in that space between where the blush typically ends and the under eye starts. So I'm not going all the way up to the lash line, but right in this area that we typically don't put product. Okay, and that did give a little pinky hue. It's quite subtle. I did see a couple people also using this, and they did bring it in the under eye, so that's not an option. So I'm letting the tip of my bristles touch my under eye, but the majority of the product isn't going there. And it is a little bit deeper. It's not necessarily brightening. Okay. You could probably also just put the product directly on the under eye. You don't have to use the back of your hand, but I'm doing what the tutorial said. Then at this point, he said set with a translucent powder. I'm just using my Huda Beauty. For blush, I'm going to use the shade Just Enough, also from his range. And I'll do it as he says. I am very anti cream on top of powder, even with his products, but I will do it today. So I'm just going to take the powder first, Apply to the apple of the cheeks. I mean, this is not my favorite color on myself, but this goes really well with the shades I received. Okay, and we're gonna go heavy because I want it to truly show up on camera. And I see that soft little transition, but it's about to get a whole lot better. I think ideally I might have actually applied a little bit more of this, but I'm taking this Shy at First brightening duo, and I'm gonna start off with the darker shade, and that's gonna be kept lower at the end of this blush. Okay, I do see that, I do see that. And then I saw in a couple tutorials, he mixed these two and put it directly on the under eye. I saw in some tutorials, he just took the lightest shade and popped that on the under eye. And then he did say he even would bake with this, like take a little sponge and press this in the inner corner since this is going to brighten. And even though the swatches were bleh on this, I do see more of the effect of these on the skin, even with this nice brush, which is very soft, which by the way, I do like this duo a lot. I like Patrick Ta brushes. The only one that I didn't love recently that he launched is the concealer one. I just felt like it didn't blend the concealer well enough, but this one's a very good blush brush. It's super soft. It just kind of rolls onto the skin, and the formula is supposed to be very blurring as well. Let me get a closer look. I do think it's very, very blurring. I do think it is a really seamless transition from the blush color up. It's not as impactful though as I thought it was gonna be. It's very, very sheer. So I think I'm gonna put the product directly on my face on the other eye. I'm gonna take a little puff and see how this works for baking. It does add that pinky hue. It gives that look for sure, that really viral look of blush all the way to the under eye. And then to finish it off in his style, taking a little bit of the cream blush and melting everything together, which is not my style, but sure. Okay, cool. I mean, it worked. It was really, really easy to do. And it did create that, but I actually want to work on my placement. I want to keep this blush even a little bit higher. So here's how I'm gonna edit it to my liking, but it's working. It's, by the way, it looks really, really soft and blurred. So I like these products on the under eyes. It doesn't feel like it's making the under eye heavier, and it kept the under eye looking really, really soft. So we're gonna go in with the more peachy side. Now here's how I would do it. So I'm gonna edit it to my liking, and I'm gonna see how this would perform. So I already have a little bit of concealer on. I'm gonna use She's That Girl, and these were also sent in PR. So these are the shades I think that they think will look good. So I'm gonna apply the cream blush first, which this is nice and sheer, so I think it'll be nice for building, right? And I wanna put it a little bit higher than I did on this cheek. Okay, and then I'm going to take Did You Notice? And I don't feel like this really stained the Shy at First. I'm gonna put this down and see if it does. I'm just gonna leave it, see if it sets. I'm just gonna apply this directly to my face, right here. What's the fun in makeup if you have to do it a certain way? So I want this to go a little bit higher, that's why I'm doing this. Okay, so if you want it more pigmented, this is absolutely the way to do it. And it still is blending out nice and sheer too. So I think honestly, I might prefer to just apply it this way in the first place. And then one of the tips that I read on their pamphlet, it's another option where you can put a little bit in the inner corner just to brighten. So I'm gonna do that now at this point. And I actually really like how this blended. I think I like applying it this way best. I'm gonna put just an extra little dot on the inner corner. Like that, and that will clean up here because a little bit of color did escape to the side of my nose. Okay, I'm gonna brush just a little bit of translucent powder, just a little bit on the under eye, my Huda Beauty. It's looking super duper natural. Flipping to the soft side of my brush, now I'm going to take the powder side. This is how I would normally apply this product. So this has a little bit more pigment to it, and it's just rolling over my skin because I applied my translucent powder. So I'm just gonna put that right on the apple of my cheek. To be clear, in person, on a regular day, I would not layer on so much color, but I want you to see. So take a look first. You can see a little bit of the transition liquid peeking through, but I really think the powder is going to finish it off. So I'm going to take a little bit of the deeper shade. And this one has a lot of color to it. So I definitely want to keep this a little bit lower. You can even next go in and mix these two. I'm just going to go into the peach shade. Pop that directly underneath. So if you've struggled to get this blushed under eye look to look seamless, I think his system is really good. It's really easy to use. I like the way that these products sit on the skin. It does look nice and smooth. So they're doing what they're supposed to do. Patrick Ta definitely capitalized on a trend. Did you need to buy these products to do this look? No. With all of the color correctors that are coming out, all of the pink and peach setting powders that are coming out, you can absolutely do this look with those products. But these products do work very well. And I do love how light and blurred they are on the under eyes. They aren't really brightening on me, but it does complete that fully blushed, transitioned look. I really love this brush. I don't know, I feel like the brush is my favorite part of this launch because they're not dense at all, so it's so nice to apply any cheek product. And I don't know if you can see up close, but how smooth does that look? I think I like this. Okay, let me finish the rest of my makeup and I'll give you my thoughts. Okay, so I like this product. It did exactly what it was meant to do. I think it made it pretty easy and the look is very, very seamless. It's a specific style of look. Are these everyday products for me? No. Am I gonna use these in my everyday routine? No. By the way, the liquid transition, it did kind of set down. If I put enough pressure, it will fade away, but it does set down a little bit. I think of the two products, I don't think the liquid transition blushes are as necessary. I do like the little duos here because you can use these with any blush to help them blend. So whatever powder blush you want, if you're a beginner, you want the easiest step to do this, just take whatever powder blush you want, take a pink blush, and then you can just buy one of these and you can use these to transition really, really easily. That said, you can find regular blushes, these colors. They have light pink, light peach setting powders that you can use to do that step. You can use different cream blushes, liquid color correctors. You probably have what you need to achieve this look. But they are selling these products for a purpose. I think they did exactly what they're supposed to do. I think they're very, very nice. Specifically, the powders are super duper blurring underneath, so that is why I like these powders the most of the launch. The liquid blush, I don't think it's super duper necessary. It's a good option if you're a cream blush person, then you can just pair this with the cream blush. But I'm more excited about the powders. I think the powders are a little bit more impactful. And it's a whole system, you guys. It is a lot of steps to do this. I am not going to incorporate these into my everyday routine, maybe for a specific look that I'm going for or a special event, right? That is when I would intentionally grab for these. But hey, the quality is good. I do like this product. I think he did a good job. And like I said before, honestly, the brush is what's standing out to me the most. This is the perfect density for powder cheek products in under eye setting. Normally, I don't recommend buying brushes and using what you have when a new product like this comes out, but I do like this brush. So anyways, I hope that this helped you out. I'll continue to keep you guys updated. If anything funky happens with the wear today, I will let you know down below. And if you don't hear anything, the wear was good. But for this trendy style of makeup, that is what this range is for, and they did a good job. So let me know your thoughts below. Do you feel like this is a product that you need? Are you just gonna use what you already have at home? I feel like I should do a video using some color correctors to get this look, but I like it. So I'll have all the, I'm babbling, oh my goodness. I will have all of the products that I used down below, both what I'm wearing, which is majority Patrick Ta, and then these products here, when they're able to be picked up, will be linked as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.